In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on November 21st, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Maryland versus UMBC. In what promises to be a thrilling college basketball showdown, the UMBC Retrievers are set to clash with the Maryland Terrapins on the eagerly anticipated date of November 21st, 2023. Both teams have faced their fair share of early season challenges, making this game a pivotal opportunity for them to make a resounding statement on the court. Currently boasting a 3-2 record and riding high on a 3-game winning streak following their impressive 94-79 triumph over the Loyola Maryland Greyhounds, the UMBC Retrievers are poised for success. On the flip side, the Maryland Terrapins find themselves at 1-3, having suffered 3 consecutive defeats, the most recent being a 57-40 setback on the road against the Villanova Wildcats. For Maryland, this game is a crucial turning point in their season as they aim to reverse their fortunes. The UMBC Retrievers, holding a commendable 3-2 record, have positioned themselves favorably in the early stages of the season, currently securing the 4th spot in the highly competitive America East Conference. What sets UMBC apart is their offensive prowess, averaging an impressive 83 points per game. The team is led by the scoring machine Kydarius Smith, who contributes 16 points per game, establishing himself as a formidable offensive threat. Guard Deon Brown, a leader in both assists and rebounds, showcases his versatile impact on the court. Brown also stands out as the second highest scorer, averaging 14 points per game. The Retrievers' efficiency extends to their shooting game, boasting a 47.2 field goal percentage and a solid 38.5 three-point shooting percentage, making them a force to be reckoned with from beyond the arc. While their free throw percentage stands at 60.2, indicating room for improvement, their defensive capabilities are commendable, allowing an average of 77 points per game and excelling in rebounding with an average of 40.2 total rebounds per game. Deon Brown leads in steals with 1.4 per game, and Max Lorca-Lloyd dominates in blocked shots, averaging 1.8 blocks per game. On the other hand, the Maryland Terrapins, currently struggling with a 1-3 record, find themselves in a challenging position within the Big Ten Conference. Despite their offensive struggles, averaging a modest 58 points per game, the Terrapins exhibit promise on the defensive end, conceding only 60 points per game. Guard Jahmir Young leads the offensive charge with 13 points per game, while forward Julian Reese makes his presence felt on the boards, securing an impressive 7.2 rebounds per game. Maryland's defensive prowess is evident in their 40.6 field goal percentage defense, although there is room for improvement in their 3-point defense, allowing opponents to shoot at a rate of 33.3% from beyond the arc. With a free throw percentage of 69.5, Maryland showcases their proficiency from the charity stripe, rebounding at an average of 28.8 total rebounds per game. Jahmir Young leads in steals with 1.8 per game, and Julian Reese dominates in blocked shots, averaging 2 blocks per game. As the matchup unfolds, it becomes apparent that UMBC's offensive juggernaut, efficient shooting, and recent momentum provide them with a distinct advantage. In contrast, Maryland's offensive struggles could prove to be their Achilles heel in this encounter. Therefore, my pick for this highly anticipated college basketball clash leans heavily towards the UMBC Retrievers. Their ability to control the tempo, coupled with their scoring prowess, positions them favorably for a victorious outing on the road. UMBC's offensive firepower and recent stellar form make them the clear favorites, while Maryland must find their offensive rhythm to compete effectively. So the UMBC Retrievers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Delving into the statistical landscape, Maryland's shooting woes are glaring, evident in their paltry 24% from the field and a dismal 19.2% from behind the three-point line. In a broader context, Maryland's season averages of 58 points from the field and 60 points from the field underscore their offensive challenges. Jahmir Young, with an average of 13 points, faces the arduous task of elevating the team's offensive output, shooting at 36.7% from the field and 35% from behind the three-point line. Conversely, UMBC's season narrative paints a picture of offensive proficiency, averaging an impressive 83 points per game, while their defense contends with surrendering 77 points per game. The offensive efficiency is underscored by Kydarius Smith, averaging 16 points with a remarkable 64.2 field goal percentage and a respectable 33.3% from beyond the arc. In light of these statistics, our full game total pick leans towards the over, anticipating a high-scoring affair as UMBC looks to capitalize on their offensive strengths against Maryland's resilient defense. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Tennessee versus Purdue. In what promises to be an electrifying clash on the college basketball stage, the stage is set for a semifinal showdown between two powerhouse teams, the number 7 Tennessee Volunteers and the number 2 Purdue Boilermakers, in the Maui Invitational. This titanic battle not only pits the prowess of the Southeastern Conference against the might of the Big 12, but also holds the key to one of these top 10 teams advancing to the coveted title game. The Volunteers secured their place in the semifinals with an impressive 73-56 victory over Syracuse, surpassing expectations as a 13.5-point favorite. On the other side, Purdue asserted their dominance with a 73-63 triumph over number 11 Gonzaga, covering the spread as a 5.5-point favorite. In their historical encounters, the Boilermakers hold a slim 3-2 edge, with their most recent clash resulting in a thrilling 99-94 overtime win during the Sweet 16 of the 2019 NCAA tournament. Tennessee, unbeaten at 4-0 this season, showcased their resilience in the quarterfinals against Syracuse. Despite some initial challenges, the Volunteers rallied in the second half, securing a 73-56 win. They are averaging an impressive 81 points per game, boasting a robust offense with contributions from key players like Dalton Nett, who is averaging 20 points per game. Their shooting prowess, at 47.2% from the field, 82.1% on free throws, and 37.8% on three-pointers, underscores their offensive efficiency. Purdue, also boasting an unblemished 4-0 record, demonstrated their mettle by overcoming a halftime deficit against Gonzaga to emerge victorious with a 73-63 scoreline. With an impressive scoring average of 89 points per game, they rely on the dominance of players like Zach Edey, averaging 20.7 points, 10 rebounds, and 3.7 blocks per game. Their shooting percentages of 53.4% from the field, 76.1% on free throws, and 46.3% on three-pointers showcase their offensive prowess. As both teams enter this matchup undefeated, Purdue's recent triumph against Gonzaga adds an extra layer of intensity to the game. Tennessee, with 4 double-digit victories, including a signature win over Wisconsin, faces the challenge of defending against the imposing Edey, the frontrunner for Player of the Year. The matchup promises a classic Big Ten Southeastern Conference confrontation, featuring two physically strong teams with the ability to excel on both ends of the court. Despite Tennessee's concerns stemming from their closer-than-expected game against Syracuse, Purdue's offensive firepower, averaging 89 points per game, poses a significant challenge. The Volunteers will face difficulties containing Purdue's scoring onslaught, so the Purdue Boilermakers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Examining the total pick, both teams have shown a commitment to staunch defense, holding opponents to under 60 points per game. Tennessee, ranked 31st in offensive efficiency and 3rd in defensive efficiency, plays at a slower pace, while Purdue boasts impressive offensive and defensive stats, ranking 3rd in offensive efficiency and 5th in defensive efficiency. With both teams favoring a defensive style and their recent games going under, the projected total for this matchup suggests a defensive battle. Expect a low-scoring affair between these two defensive powerhouses. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. New Mexico State versus Fresno State. In a highly anticipated matchup, the New Mexico State Aggies are set to face off against the Fresno State Bulldogs on Tuesday night at the Hard Rock Hotel Riviera Maya in Cancun, Mexico, as part of the Cancun Challenge Riviera Division. The Aggies, currently holding a 3-2 record, are riding a wave of momentum after securing a convincing 87-68 home victory against the Morgan State Bears and a hard-fought 76-71 win over the Northern Colorado Bears, establishing a 2-game winning streak. The winner of this clash will advance to face the winner between James Madison and Southern Illinois, while the loser will contend for 3rd place against the losing team from that matchup. The Fresno State Bulldogs have emerged as a force to be reckoned with in the 2023 to 2024 college basketball season, boasting a commendable 2-1 record. Their offensive prowess is evident, averaging an impressive 78 points per game, showcasing their scoring ability. Leading the charge is Xavier Dussel, contributing 15.7 points per game, while Isaiah Hill orchestrates the offense with an impressive 7.3 assists per game. Enoch Bokai anchors the team as the leading rebounder, pulling down 6.3 rebounds per game. Pierre Jeunesse Jr. deserves special recognition for his impeccable 100% field goal shooting, highlighting the team's efficiency. The Bulldogs shine in shooting, boasting a commendable 54.3% field goal percentage, placing them 10th in the nation. Their three-point shooting is equally impressive, with a 40% success rate. However, there is room for improvement in their free throw shooting, standing at 64.8%. Defensively, Fresno State allows an average of 71 points per game, showcasing their ability to limit opponents. They secure an average of 32.3 rebounds per game, with Xavier Dussel leading the team with 2.3 steals per game. Eduardo Andre stands out as their defensive stalwart, averaging 1.7 blocked shots per game. On the other side, the New Mexico State Aggies, holding a 3-2 record, have demonstrated a strong start as they navigate through their non-conference schedule in preparation for the upcoming conference schedule next month. Their offensive output stands at 71.6 points per game, led by Femi Ojukale with an impressive 18 points per game. Jalen Jackson Posey facilitates the offense with 4.2 assists per game, and Femi Ojukale shines as the team's leading rebounder, grabbing 8 rebounds per game. Keelan Dorsey impresses with an outstanding 62.5% field goal shooting, contributing to the team's overall efficiency. The Aggies' defensive prowess is a standout feature, holding opponents to an average of 68 points per game. Their field goal defense is stout at 41%, and they excel in limiting three-point shooting with a 29.9% opponent's three-point percentage. Their free throw shooting is solid, maintaining a 70.8% success rate. The team secures an average of 35.4 rebounds per game, showcasing their ability to control the boards. Femi Ojukale, in addition to his offensive contributions, stands out defensively with 4 steals per game, and Jonathan Kenyana adds to the defensive strength with 1 blocked shot per game. In their most recent victory over Northern Colorado, Femi Ojukale played a crucial role, scoring 18 points, grabbing 8 rebounds, and contributing 4 steals in his first game of the season. Ojukale's performance will be instrumental in the upcoming matchup against Fresno State, as he brings both offensive scoring and defensive prowess, shooting 50% overall and 50% from three-point territory. Fresno State, with a solid shooting percentage of 54.3%, faces a challenge against the formidable New Mexico State defense that limits opponents to 41% shooting overall and 29.9% from long distance. Despite Fresno State's impressive offensive capabilities, the Bulldogs have a tendency to start slow, covering the spread in just 7 of their last 8 November games, with New Mexico State aiming for a better effort than their last game, where they shot 38.9% from the field, made 73.5% from the line, and committed 14 turnovers. The Aggies will look to capitalize on their defensive strengths against Fresno State. As for the Bulldogs, they are coming off a strong performance against Morgan State, shooting 53.8%, securing 46 rebounds, and recording 14 team assists. The matchup between these two teams promises to be entertaining if both squads bring their A game. The New Mexico State Aggies, considered underdogs in this matchup, are our full game side pick to cover the spread. In terms of the total pick, both teams have showcased an inclination towards higher scoring games. Fresno State has seen the total finish over in 4 of its last 5 games, while New Mexico State has also had the total finish over in 4 of its last 5 games and in 8 of the last 9 games against teams from the Mountain West Conference. With Fresno State averaging 78 points per game and New Mexico State holding their own at 72 points per game, the offensive potential is high for both teams. Both teams have been playing at a good pace, with New Mexico State ranked 93rd in the country with 75.1 possessions per game, and Fresno State at 152nd with 73.4 possessions per game. The ability to shoot three-pointers adds another dimension to their offensive strategies, with Fresno State ranking 7th in NCAA with a 44.4 three-point percentage, while the Aggies are 149th with a 33.3 three-point percentage. Given the offensive capabilities and playing pace of both teams, the set total is expected to be surpassed. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.